Well, joining us now for more on this is Mahieash Johnney from the Sri Lankan Red Cross. So, Mr. Johnney, good to speak to you this morning. So, just give us an idea of the current rescue situation there in Sri Lanka, please.
Well, just to inform you, the death toll from island-wide rains and flash floods along with landslides have now increased to 63. And the relief efforts are going on and on at the moment in the Aranaik area where the landslide happened. The relief efforts were hampered because rain is coming on and off again, which is making doing rescue work very difficult because people cannot get into the area. There are constant landslide repeating in that area, and it's being very difficult. So far, only 21 bodies have been found from the Aranaika landslide area, and rescue workers are still waiting for the weather to become a bit better so they can continue their rescue work.
Absolutely. So, as you mentioned there, Mahieash, unfortunately now 63 people are known to have died as a result of these landslides. You mentioned some of the difficulties there. Just give us an idea of just how remote this region is and what methods you're having to use to try and get aid or to even search for people. Are people having to march into these hills on foot? Do you have aircraft that can get there? Just what are difficulties are you facing?
As you see in those pictures, right now, none of the equipment that you really require in order to do a search and rescue operation like backhoes and stuff, we cannot get into that area. So people have to constantly walk by foot, use sticks in order to find whether there are people underneath. So that's the method, a very manual method, which they're adopting right now. And then in the other parts of the country, there is a dearth of people being, dearth of boats rather, in order to rescue people in those areas because they're stranded, being stranded for some time. So that is one of the questions. All resources that has been there is exhausted at the moment. So people are trying, rescuers are trying their level best, especially for us in the Red Cross. We are providing first aid, relief, and all the other services like sanitary services. We've been doing, our volunteers have been going into these areas and doing our level best. But, we really hope that the weather would clear so that we can really start reaching to the people who've been stranded for some time.
Okay, and just on the weather then, Mahieash, and finally, if you will, how is the forecast looking? Are you expecting there to be more rain and therefore more landslides? And of those hundreds of thousands of people who've been displaced, where have they gone to and how are they at the moment?
At the moment, there are 12 camps that have been erected for the landslide people in the Aranaik area, housing around 1,700 people. They've been provided with first aid, they've been given food, dry rations, all that items, and they've been taken care of at the moment. What is going to happen to them in the future is yet to, it's uncertain at the moment, so we will be discussing that in the days to come, but right now the focus is to make sure that they are safe and they are in a well-protected area, and also to continue with the search and rescue efforts.
Okay, well, Mahieash Johnney there from the Sri Lankan Red Cross. We thank you for joining us here on TRT World. Thank you, sir.